Welcome to this holiday edition real estate humor meme stream. I'm Bill Gross, I'm a real estate broker in Los Angeles, California. Whoa, there's my last video. Sorry about that. We're doing this live. We do no editing. This is just how we do the business. To have some fun, because that's the point of this whole process. Real estate's a challenging business. Basically, I'm on vacation this week. Took vacation last week with the family and kind of winding down, hitting some important things. But I thought this doesn't really work. I'm going to get on the phone on a video and talk about humor. I would watch this anyhow, just for fun in the morning. So the goal here every week is we try to go through the real estate humor is the group in Facebook, and there's posts there that are hopefully funny. And if you enjoy them, great. If you have other ones you want to put on the show, send me the link. I would love to. If you're watching this live, say hi, give us a shout out, and let's have some fun. So let's jump into right now. Let's see, where are we? Media, photos. Let's jump into our first photo of the week. I love this one. I've been thinking about buying and there's a pile of real estate agents on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You know, it is interesting how I think sometimes we over as an industry, like, overly aggressive and paying attention to this stuff. And I do think that if we do our jobs, customers reach out to us. The point of the social media should be to generate people who want to call us, not a tool for us to help people into submission. But that's kind of what it looks like. If ever you see a post in a real estate group, hey, I have a friend who's looking to buy in some city, you're going to get like 50 people saying, oh, I know somebody, and they may or may not. So here's one. This is a reaction I get. There's an interesting theory. When you get a listing, she put it on right away or wait till you have detailed photos. And I'm one that feels like, well, I'm going to get in the market right away because I want buyers who are shopping that area to know there's a property coming up that they might be interested in. And I'm going to have photos for 2 or 3 days, but I want them to know right away. I put the front of the house, maybe the map, and Google Maps shows up in the MLS, and hopefully it's enough to pique their interest so they don't buy something else and hold off for my customer's house. Yet realtors give me this look all the time. When you list a new property without pictures, you get people like, what are you doing? How can you not put pictures up? And I would say, well, don't you notice it's just a day or two? I'm scrambling to get them up, and I just want to keep agents like you and buyers like yours interested. But the face, it's always that face hits it, because it's just always funny how people, I think, kind of overreact. Okay, so sometimes you read the description in the real estate and it's not quite what you expect. Here's one. Before I show you the picture, I'll read you the description. Unique architecture with 360-degree unobstructed views, flood protection, and privacy. And here's the property. It's unique. It has a 360-degree unobstructed view, and it is, if nothing in the world, private. So there you go. Okay, so next one. Let's see here. So when the house looks like nothing like the listing photos. Again, this is one of the reasons why I don't rush to, I don't hold off putting up fancy photos, because the photos should give a general impression, but they're not going to be, if the photos are too nice, people are disappointed when they show up. Or if they're, misleading, it's a problem. So here's a meme. When the house looks nothing like the photos, it looks like a muffin on the outside, but broccoli on the inside. And if you know me, I love vegetables. I don't like broccoli. I'm kind of like the George H.W. Bush famously said that he was president of the United States. He was an adult, and he deserved not to have to eat broccoli. And I kind of feel I'm in the same boat. Great vegetable. And I do need to get my greens. Love green beans and peas and every others. But there you go. Okay, so here's one. The all-cash buyer and his agent. Kind of the attitude of confidence, and it looks good, and people turn heads to see them. It is interesting, as a real estate broker, I can tell you that I want to say over half, if not 3/4 of buyers who are all cash end up getting financing. Sometimes it's a fake. They need financing. Sometimes it's just a convenience that they'll get financing during the escrow. So something to pay attention to. Okay. So let's see. No, that one I don't like. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I've got the wrong link here. Here we go. So when you're ready to get cute and a property showing, but it's offensively hot, this is one of the things you have to think about, is dressing appropriately. Not so much in California, though. I used to work in the Inland Empire, and the training was to wear a suit and tie. And man, when it'd be 100 degrees out, it was hard. And so I think there you really have to just be professional for that market. But I've been that guy sweating like Elvis in the pantsuit. Real experience, flashback on bad experience for me personally. This is a great one. So if you've ever sold a house and not brought the father to the showings before you got into contract, it's almost like that the father has to show his value to his child during the inspection, and they're going to nitpick things that, it's a used house often, and those are things that are common, but they really want to make it seem important to their child. So this is a great example of that. Buyer's dad checking under the stove. I love that picture. It is so accurate to the feeling you have. You're sitting there watching this guy during the inspection, and he's like looking more intently than the inspector. Okay. So here's one. Last week we experienced this ourselves. Rates dip a little. And what do buyers do? They're all, whoa, hey, got their attention. If you're looking to buy a house, if you've been playing around with your paperwork, get pre-approved, man. Rates are dropped in the last month or two. We've gone from 8% and flirting with higher to down to 6.5%, 6.75%. And you can lock that in for 30 years. And if rates ever do go lower, you can benefit. So this is definitely time to buy. Okay, here's next. Where are we here? No, that's wrong. Yeah, this is real. If you're in the business, I got this whispered in my ear last week, I think on Wednesday. She said she wanted the 3 words everyone wants to hear. So I whispered, clear to close. Clear to close means the buyer's cleared all contingencies and we're now getting ready to close the transaction. And I am always on guard until that moment when the buyer waives contingencies and everything's done and the money's in escrow. And then the only thing left for them to do is to wire. At that point, they're going to wire the money. So that clear to close, those are the magic words. It's hard to explain sometimes to a seller how important that spot is and why we race to get there, because the buyer can back up for any reason at that point afterwards. This is real. I originally was taking off vacation this week, and we ended up going last week. Long story as to why. But that said, this is what it felt like yesterday. Monday, of course, nobody's working. I'm Jewish, so we don't do Christmas. And then yesterday, it was Tuesday. That's kind of how it felt yesterday and feels so far this morning. But I will say, I got an email from an attorney and a title up already, so we're up and running. But yeah, it does feel a little quiet and empty and barren, even in beautiful Southern California. This is a classic one. This one is classic. So I get approached by real estate agents all the time, bragging about how much business they do. And in real estate, we can look up, the stats. Now there's publicly available things like on Zillow, but not all the listings get connected in Zillow or other sites like that. You have to participate, and maybe if you change your email, they have the old email, not the new email, or if you change MLSs, they don't have it all. But if you look them up in the MLS, you'll find their record, and you can look by the license number and see everything they've done. So this is a classic one. Top producer, top 1% of agents, me looking up their actual sales. And yeah, oftentimes those numbers don't match. So there you go. Let's see here. Where are we here? This is a classic one too. So properties come in the market. Sometimes they're really pre-sold. The agent had a buyer off market, and they, it was low price, and then they put it into escrow right away because they already had a buyer for the property. And so this is the buyer's reaction. Buyer's agent, property just listed. Hey, I'd like to schedule a showing today. And you talk to the listing agent. Sorry, just accepted an offer 5 minutes ago. And the face of Brad Pitt throwing his phone. That's definitely how you feel. And I've had that. I've had agents call me and had to tell them that I had a property in some cases listed for months, and it just went under escrow. And you have by MLS rules 24 hours to change the status. But sometimes, you send the document, you get it back from the buyer seller signed, you got to send it to escrow. There's a bunch of things to do, including update the MLS. But yeah, agents are pissed when they mess up a showing and they find out it's just been updated. Okay, and let's see here. Meter Kid, why are you so entertained watching other kids play video games on YouTube? This is a thing. I don't know if you know. If you're older like me, one of the most popular YouTube activities and Twitch is a whole network of kids who watch other kids playing video games. And it's hard to imagine, why is that fun? I guess it's like watching a football game if you're into electronic games. And there's a whole world of this. It's big money. I have a friend who was a president of a university, and they have an electronic sports team. And electronic sports is paid by these channels that broadcast their sports. So it's a real thing. But you can make fun of the kids watching other kids play video games and then watch HGTV to watch other adults buy houses. I don't watch HGTV. I don't find it interesting. I don't know. I know it sounds snobbish. It's not real estate. It's just kind of like the drama of a soap opera played into real estate. I don't know. Just not my particular. Okay, so this is a good one. This is a few days late. This actually was posted on Christmas. I saw it and wanted to share this one. So my naughty list is a real estate agent. Agents who don't answer the phone. I'm guilty, because when I'm on video or on phone calls, I don't answer the phone. I go to voicemail a lot, and people complain, but I would return phone calls. Friends who use other agents. That's frustrating for agents. Inspectors who blow up my deals. I don't know that, inspectors blow up deals. The property is the property. Dads who blow up deals. Sometimes it feels like they're intent on it because they were in on the deal. Mold that blows up my deals. Agents who use the word wow in their listing descriptions. Yeah, that's a word I use a lot in real life, but I don't think it's appropriate in my listing descriptions. And neighbors who come to open houses just to snoop. Now, I don't know, I call that naughty, because really, as a real estate agent, that's how you meet people in the neighborhood. So I don't know why that would be. I know there are agents who always get frustrated with that. Oh, they're just looking. Well, yeah, and they're someday going to sell their house, and you just met them. It might not be for 3 or 5 years. I think that comes from being short-sighted. But there you go. Okay, this is one that doesn't apply in Los Angeles, but it does. It's funny if you're in the East Coast. I don't know if any buyers will show up in this weather, and then a buyer shows up. The thing is that there are people who like to shop. So here in LA, it's not so much the weather. It's the holidays. Nobody's going to show up. It's Christmas time. It's the week before Christmas and New Year's. It's the Super Bowl. But there are people who like to shop then because they're available. I used to work in manufacturing, and you have off a week or two at the end of the year. All year long, you're working, and those are 2 weeks that you have off. And maybe you take vacation for one of them, but not both. And that's the time of year you're going to be able to shop. And so I do think that there's less houses that open, less agents working, less buyers, but those buyers who are out there are serious. And so it's fun to make fun of them, that buyers will come out of the snow to look at houses. But the reality is, there are buyers who are looking to buy right now. And if you're one of them, how can I help you? Okay, this is a line. If I had $1 for every time I'm asked, how's the market? I'm glad to be asked that. It's my favorite topic to talk about as a real estate agent. But we get asked, how's the market? I think that's really just a way to open the discussion, and people want to learn about real estate. Okay, and let's find the last one I had here. This is how you feel. When you show your buyers a home that checks all their boxes and is actually in the budget, you feel like, da-da, I'm the star of the show. It doesn't ever work out that way. So just saying. It should. It'd be nice if it did, but just not the way that works out. Okay, look, I see a couple people watching us on our YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for joining in. If you have questions, if you have memes you want to post, put them in there. We'll do it live. If you want to jump in and have a conversation and sit with me while we go through these memes, love to have you do this. I just do this for fun. I look at meme humor videos. I run them all day long. Just helps me keep my sanity. And so I've kind of a fantasy of mine is to do a show like this that gets, that becomes my business. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but it certainly is fun to do. And I'd be glad to share with you if you have some interest in it, a particular humor site that you like. I want to share that. I'd love to have you participate. Post it in the comment section if you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook Live, and I'll pick it up live. If you do it on the replay, we'll watch it then. And if ever you want to come on with me as a guest host one time, I'd love to do that. Anyhow, that's our Real Estate Humor Meme Stream, last edition for the year. Hope you have a great New Year's, great holiday period, and we'll see you next year. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.